Hello and welcome to the PRINCE2 pre-course videos, and this video is the change theme. So as you can imagine, it's important for us to manage change on a project because we expect change to occur. So even though we've made a plan, there is every chance that that plan might not work out as we expect, or more likely there's going to be interference in the nicest possible way from outside. So the customer may change their mind, the suppliers may find they can't build something either as we wish or in the time and cost that we're expecting. Plus a host of other things which may impact on our project. So therefore we must be prepared for change and have a way in which we're going to manage it. And the change theme is how that should happen within PRINCE2. Clearly this is a guide. If you have your own ways of doing it, then that's of course perfectly okay if they work. Remember from our process model, change is going to be something which predominantly is going to occur during the delivery stages. So once we're up and running and building products and we've got a plan in place, then we'll be managing the change. Change itself is going to be anything that is happening on the project that wasn't in the plan. So this will be usually generated or captured as an issue. Everything starts as an issue. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to end as a change. So once we look at it, it may turn out that it's not significant or not even applicable to our project, or perhaps the issue in reality turns out to be a risk. So everything starts as an issue and may turn out to be a change. All of this will need to be managed through some kind of change control approach. So some way in which we're going to manage the change. The change itself will need to be approved by the relevant authority. So at whichever level is necessary, whether that's a team manager or project manager, the project board, or even going back to corporate to get the change approved. Once the approval has been given, then the baseline is going to change. So we re-baseline. So initially we will have baselines around, remember, time, cost, scope and quality. And so therefore one or more of those may change as a result of the change which has been introduced. The main issues that we get are going to be things such as requests for change. So this is a deliberate change by the customer. We want more of, or more quickly, or cheaper, or whatever. So that's a deliberate change, a request for change. And that's generally paid for through our change budget, if we have one. We have off specification, another type of change. Oh, sorry, another type of issue. This is where the team and the team manager have not delivered the product as expected, and there's no time or money to put it right. So this generates an issue called an off specification. All other issues are about problems or concerns. Okay, and so therefore anything else to do with personnel or location or weather or whatever else it happens to be, this is then put together in the problems or concerns. So we're focusing in on the products for the request for change and the off specification, and all others are captured in problem or concern. We're likely to need some kind of change control technique, and so here we see how PRINCE2 might go about it. So we're going to need to capture our issues wherever they come from. Generally they come to you, and so therefore we're going to have to consider what type of issue it is, how important it is, and it's going to go into either the daily log or into our issue register. We're going to have to assess then our issues to make sure that we understand them and to put them in the right priority order. Again, in order to assess them and understand them, we need to make sure that they are applicable to our project, and therefore that means that when they occur, they are impacting on our objectives. If they don't, then this is not an issue for us. Again, once we've looked at these issues and understood them a bit more, we may wish to change our view of priority and who's going to have to deal with them. In propose, we're going to have to look at then the options. What could we do about these issues? We might have a number of possible options, and we'll need to try to identify the one which is best or least worst for us. We're then going to recommend that option, and that will then go into our issue report if it needs to go anywhere else, but it will certainly be captured in our issue register. A decision will need to be made, and that will mean either you, the project manager, if you've got the authority to do so, or it's going to be raised to the project board or perhaps beyond for that. If we're going to go to the project board, that means we're now going to be an exception because it's not within your authority, and so therefore you'll need an exception report to tell them what the situation is, make your recommendation, and they then will have to decide what they want to do. Once they've made that decision, then we're into implementation or implement here. That may be you taking corrective action because you had the authority, or the project board ask for an exception plan. Again, throughout, we're going to be keeping the issue register up to date. So this is a quick look at the change control technique, and in fact at change overall, the change theme. Remember, you can use this video for your revision during the course prior to your exams. Thank you very much.